All right, time right now for Consumer Confidential with, and this is a first, it's KTLA's David Lazarus.
I like it. Former LA columnist, LA Times columnist. Hey, Laz, how are you, buddy?
Good morning, guys. Much love to you, Lynette.
Thank you. Thank you. So it's official. You're all ours. Like, you're ours now.
I am now KTLA's official money maven, and there I will stay.
Well, we love it. We're super happy about that. So, hey, a wild week, right? The stock market closed after one of the best days of the year. Then inflation rose. What is going on?
Yeah, and in fact, the fact that the market was up yesterday is not the story. The story is the wild swings we saw all week as investors tried to get their hands around all the various things that were pulling in different directions. So yes, stocks up yesterday, which is a good sign. It shows that investors are acclimating to what seems to be the new normal. Nevertheless, the big stories remain to be inflation. We got yet another indication that this is a big problem. This week we learned that a key measure of inflation, the personal consumption expenditures index, which is closely tracked by the Federal Reserve, up 5% in December. This follows news that the consumer price index was up 7% in December, largest amount in 40 years. So that's clearly a big thing. And at the same time, you've got the Federal Reserve, which has now stepped up and said they are going to take aggressive steps to get their hands around inflation, which means interest rate hikes. Expect the first rate hike, about a quarter point, probably in March, and then as many as 3 more rate hikes this year alone. That's the kind of thing that had the market spooked this week, not to mention Omicron, of course. But by Friday, it appeared that investors had realized that, okay, this is going to be a double-edged sword. On the one hand, higher interest rates will bring consumer prices down, hopefully. At the same time, they'll cut into corporate earnings, affect consumer borrowing, and that's not necessarily a positive. So for you, the key takeaway here is just brace yourself, fasten your seatbelt. We are looking at weeks of uncertainty before there's some settlement here.
All right. Well, there's an investor out there, I guess, made a massive profit on Apple. So who's the investor? How much did he make?
Mark, it's good to be Warren Buffett, let's face it. And Warren Buffett and his company, Berkshire Hathaway, cleaned up on Apple yesterday. Now, if you're thinking, well, wait a minute, what's that about? Here's what that's about. Even though Buffett at first was wary of Apple, he's got a little nervous around high-flying tech stocks. He started buying into the company in 2016 and bought in big. He now, or rather Berkshire Hathaway, owns about 5% of Apple. Is that a lot? Well, I'll tell you this. Yesterday alone, Berkshire Hathaway, after Apple reported yet another quarter of record earnings, Berkshire Hathaway's Apple holdings increased $10 billion in value in one day. In fact, Apple now accounts for roughly 40% of Berkshire's portfolio. So as long as Apple keeps delivering the numbers, and it looks like they will, Warren Buffett and Berkshire clean up. Here's one red flag, though. Apple reported this week that they now have 1.8 billion active devices worldwide. That's cool. Over 1 billion of those are iPhones. Nevertheless, the more clout that this one company has, like Facebook, the more they're going to get the attention of policymakers and lawmakers.
I can't even get my mind around all of that. Like, it's baffling, honestly.
They're big numbers. It's huge, I know.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about Jeopardy, the phenomenon. Amy Schneider, she's walking away with winnings of almost $1.4 million after her 40-game streak. People love her so much. What do we know about what she's going to do?
Well, first of all, we know she's going to get a visit from the tax man.
Right.
So let's pick big tax hits for 40, please. Okay, so Amy Schneider, as you noted, 40-game run, $1.4 million in winnings. That is darned impressive. But don't think you get to skate the tax man just because it was a game show. Here's the facts on this. $1.4 million in winnings. That's going to mean that she faces a federal tax rate of 37%. That's the very top tax bracket. Here in California, also the top tax bracket. She lives up in Northern California. That's going to be an additional 13.3% hit. That means out of that $1.4 million in winning, she's looking at a tax hit of almost $625,000, or a total tax rate of about 45%. But don't cry for her, because this means she'll still be walking away with about $755,000, which, let's face it, for a game show, Ain't bad.
And
Back to you guys.
probably endorsements to come. I wouldn't be shocked to see her in a Super Bowl commercial or something.
Oh, that would be
like
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And doesn't it seem like Jeopardy winners never go away? They seem to keep coming back in some way, shape, or
Yeah,
form.
absolutely. Just the beginning for her, we hope. All right.
KTLA's David Lazarus. It sounds nice.
It's got a ring to it. All right, we'll be right back.